Now in this section, we introduce a new connective called the if-then statement, the conditional statement. So make sure you have that in front of you as we do this truth table. So we only have two unique letters, P and Q, which means we need 2 to the second, which is 4 rows. Let's make those rows now, like we've never made rows before, because we totally have made rows before. Making rows. Boo! Beautiful. All right, start off with your basic letters, in this case P and Q. And then let's do all the pieces parts from left to right. In the first parentheses, we have P implies Q. And then the next set of parentheses, we have a not P. And then we can finish the second grouping there, not P or Q. And now we have everything pieces parts, so we can put it all together. P implies Q. And not P or Q. Fantastic. All right. So again, 2 and 2. Oh, that was weird. Where's my cursor? There it is. True, true. False, false. And then Q's alternate true, false, true, false. Okay. For the column P implies Q, the only way it's false is if true implies false. Other cases, it's true. So true implies true is true. True implies false. This is the bad one. False. Something true cannot imply something false. False implies true. We say benefit of the doubt and we call it true. False implies false. Benefit of the doubt, we call it true. Unfortunately, those are the sticky cases. But that's why it's probably a good idea to memorize this one, or again, have that sheet of paper in front of you as you go through the problem. All right, let's go through our columns now. We'll start off with the not P, which goes back to the P column. Making a column highlighted. All right, so we're going to negate this P column. If P was true, not P is false, so that's the first 2 rows. If P is false, then not P is true, and that's the next 2 rows. Okay, so now we need to take this not P column that we just made, boop, and we need to OR it with the Q column, this one here. So remember, OR is true if either one is true. True or false in the first row is true. False or false is false. True or true is true. False or true is true. Awesome. So now we're going to take that column that we just created, and we're going to AND it with the P implies Q column, because that's what this symbol says here, is AND. So AND is true only if they're both true. So true and true is true. False and false is false. True and true is true. And that's the same for the last row as well. One comment to make is let me see if I make that here. I think I make that here. Where do I make that statement? You know what? I'll just put it right now, and I'm not going to edit any of those out. Oh, okay. So one thing we're going to learn later on is about simplification. I got a text message. Notice that we have the pattern true, false, true, true. Ugh, that was a horrible rectangle. We've seen true, false, true, true before, and it's the same thing as P implies Q. So this entire thing would be the same as, and that's what this symbol means here, the three lines. It's meant to look like an equal sign. P implies Q, which means that this stuff that we put onto it does not even matter. All we really needed was the first piece itself. So these three lines, the formal name for that in mathematics is congruent. And it means approximately, or excuse me, it means is the same thing as. That'd be a good definition for us.